Okay, this is the Target 9C Special Right Triangles retake video. And again, here are the cheat sheets. Here's finding a missing side, finding a missing angle, and then what we're using on Target 9C are these rules for 45, 45, 90, and 30, 60, 90 triangles. So here for problem number 1, this is a 45, 45, 90, and if you notice, I have the rules written down right here. And the first one is that the legs are equal. So first I have to decide what are the legs and what's the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is across from the right angle, and that makes these two the legs. And we know that the legs are equal. So one leg is 12, the other is x. These two have to be equal. That means x must be 12. Then I have to find the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is whatever the leg is times radical 2. So my leg was 12. And I'm going to multiply that by radical 2. 12 times radical 2 is just 12 radical 2. And that's my answer. Okay, number 2, Bubba and Will share a square property that has a perimeter of 660 yards. So that means all of these sides added together are 660. And since it's a square property, all of the 4 sides have to be equal. So we need to know how long each of those sides are. So I'm going to take the 660 and divide it by 4. So I need my calculator for that. So I do 660 divided by 4, and I get 165. So I know that each side is 165. So I think about a square, and I know a square has a right angle. And so this triangle right here is a right triangle because it has a right angle, and it's got 2 equal sides, which makes this a 45, 45, 90. And it wants to know how long this fence is right here. So that's x. So I notice that that's a hypotenuse, and the rule is, remember, the hypotenuse is a leg times radical 2. So my legs are both 165, so I do 165 times radical 2. So my answer is 165 radical 2. Or I can actually plug that into my calculator and get an answer. Because this is a word problem, we're talking about how long a fence is. This one I probably would. The first one I definitely wouldn't. So I'm going to do 165 times radical 2. And I get 233.3. So this would be, the fence would be about 233.3 yards long. Alright, problem number 3 is a 30, 60, 90. This is 60, this is 90, so this one has to be 30. Now we have to label. I forgot to write the rules down, so let me write the rules down. The hypotenuse for 30, 60, 90 is 2 times the short leg. SL stands for short leg. And the long leg, that's LL, is the short leg times radical 3. So I need to know what leg's the long leg, what leg's the short leg, and what leg's the hypotenuse. Well, the hypotenuse is easy. It's across from a right angle. Hypotenuse. Now, I'm looking at this. X looks smaller than 8 root 3. So I would guess this is the small leg, but that's not how you find out. You actually put a dot at the 30. The side across from the 30 is your short leg. So you can't judge by what it looks like. You have to go by you have to go with what you know. Okay, so I know that the short leg's across from the 30, so this is the short leg, which makes this the long leg. So I need to find, I know the long leg. So I'm going to use the long leg formula. The long leg is the short leg times radical 3. So my long leg, I know, it's 8 root 3. And that equals my short leg, which I know is x, times radical 3. So I need to solve for x. So I'm going to divide both sides by radical 3. And I get x is 8. So there, x is 8. Now I need to find y. Well, y, I'll get another color for this. Y is the hypotenuse, And the hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg, so 2 times 8, which is 16. So that is target 9C. And here are the problems that you have to try on your own. You need to either show them to me, a math lab teacher, a help lab teacher, or a tutorial support teacher. So here's problem 1, 2, and 3. Good luck.